Hello, my name is Ling Hương and thank you for tuning into this live edition of VTV News. And here come our headlines. The preparatory session of the 12th National Party Congress kicked off this morning in Hanoi with 1,510 delegates. Innovation projects in Ho Chi Minh City to boost socio-economic development. And ASEAN discusses single tourist visa scheme. With the 12th National Party Congress opening tomorrow, party and government leaders as well as delegates attending the Congress paid a visit to the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum early this morning. The visit drew the participation of Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng, State President Trương Tấn Sang, Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng, National Assembly Chairman Nguyễn Sinh Hùng, President of the Vietnam Fatherland Front Central Committee Nguyễn Thiện Nhân, and other Politburo members. The delegation expressed their gratitude for President Ho Chi Minh's sacrifice for national peace and independence. Also this morning, the delegation paid tribute to the Martyrs' Monument. The preparatory session of the 12th National Party Congress kicked off this morning in Hanoi with 1,510 delegates. As scheduled, the 12th National Party Congress is being held from today until January 28 in the capital city with the theme of intensifying the building of a strong and pure party. During the Congress, members of the 12th Party Central Committee, the supreme leading body of the party, between the two Congresses will be elected. Delegates will discuss and approve several important documents, including the 11th Party Central Committee's political report, a report reviewing the implementation of socio-economic development tasks during the 2011 to 2015 period, directives and tasks for 2016 to 2020, and a report reviewing the leadership of the 11th Party Central Committee. So the 12th National Party Congress is taking place in Hanoi from January 20th to 28th. The streets of the capital city have been decorated with flags, flowers, and banners to welcome the event. So how do local residents feel and what do they expect from the Party Congress? Let's hear more in the following report.
These days, Hanoians are drawn to the main streets to view the colorful decorations of the 9-day National Party Congress. They care about and are confident in the success of the event.
As I am a party member, I care a lot about the Party Congress. I see the preparations for the event were carried out in a thorough and democratic way. I believe the Party Congress will be a success.
The Hanoi Youth Union has completed preparations for the first day of the Party Congress. More than 300 youth union members will ensure traffic safety for the event.
Our volunteers are excited about contributing to such a significant political event. We believe that decisions made by the Party Congress will boost national development in a sustainable way.
Together with Vietnamese nationwide, Hanoi residents eagerly await the decisions of the Party Congress.
We hope that after the Party Congress, there will be more policies to support youth and young businesses, especially in the current context of global integration.
Vietnam's economy is predicted to face a number of challenges. However, under the leadership of the party, the country is expected to continue its steady development.
Following resolutions from the 10th Ho Chi Minh City Party Congress, the city will carry out 7 innovation projects with the aim to expand on recent socio-economic successes. And this is a bid to improve quality in infrastructure and modernize various sectors in the locality. Let's find out more about these projects in the following.
The Ho Chi Minh City Long Thành Dầu Dây Highway was recently inaugurated, reducing the travel distance for commuters by 4 kilometers. Meanwhile, the Metro Bến Thành Suối Tiên Highway is nearing completion. These are both under the 7th Innovation Project to improve traffic order and urban cleanliness.
The plan from Ho Chi Minh City authorities to boost technological development will play a crucial role in the city's socio-economic development.
Agriculture is another field to receive innovative changes. The city has recently established an advanced vocational training program and new farming models.
We must further integrate technology into agricultural production to create profits and productivity.
What makes these innovation projects so special is their integrity and coherence. They all share the common goal of improving local living standards. This reflects Ho Chi Minh City's determination to become a major economic, financial, and technological center in Southeast Asia.
Moving on with some economic news, Vietnam's Consumer Price Index or CPI is forecasted to rise slightly in January. According to the Agency of Price Control under the Ministry of Finance, businesses will continue to purchase and store goods and raw materials for production to prepare for high consumer demand during the Lunar New Year season. Market prices will be stabilized thanks to various factors, including decreasing oil prices, abundant supplies of domestic goods, price stabilization programs, and other promotional programs. Up to 87% of enterprises report take bonuses of 1 month's salary on average, or around 5.53 million Vietnamese dong, an increase of 15.7% compared to last year's. This was announced recently by the Ministry of Labor, Invalids and Social Affairs. The highest paid bonus this year stands at 624 million dong, or nearly $28,000 from an FDI firm in the northern province of Hai Dương. In Hanoi, the highest paid bonus is 100 million Vietnamese dong and the lowest 550,000 Vietnamese dong. These figures in Ho Chi Minh City are 600 million Vietnamese dong from a private company and 3 million Vietnamese dong from an FDI company. Housing in Vietnam is capturing attention of foreign partners, including Japanese investors. A seminar on this topic was held on Monday in Hanoi by Japan International Cooperation Agency, or JICA, and Bank of Tokyo Mitsubishi UFJ in Hanoi. 130 representatives, with 2/3 coming from Japanese enterprises and agencies, attended the event.
The Hanoi branch of the Bank of Tokyo Mitsubishi reported on a survey conducted on the housing situation in Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh City, Da Nang, Bình Dương, Vĩnh Phúc, and Hà Nam. The initial results revealed that 20% to 30% of dwellers live in houses less than 20 square meters per capita. 67% of the households did not own their own house, while 60% were keen to purchase a new house thanks to improved incomes and belief their old houses were out of date.
Considering the housing sector is a very, very key sector in Vietnam in terms of sustainable economic development. Now so many people is gathering to the big city like Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. When you buy new house, you may buy for example, some machineries or other equipment, furniture as well. So only buying new house, it could affect in other countries' cases that maybe 2 times of the economic effect.
Japanese enterprises are designing plans to develop housing in Vietnam. The collaboration between private sector and the government could focus on technology, know-how, and finances.
But we are now proposing to Vietnamese government to take some policies to assist the people to buy new houses. So that one is providing loan using government budget to the people through the private banks. That is the first one. And the second one is the government will establish new organization to provide credit guarantee to the people.
We do have the strategic partner, the Vietnam Bank, and we are working together. By collaborating these two banks, also will support the housing program, housing loan program here in Vietnam.
According to economic experts, given the increased demands of urbanization and associated demand for housing, Japan is regarded as one of the best partners to resolve housing problems in Vietnam.
Thai corporations are gradually increasing their share in the Vietnamese retail market. Proof is evident in some recent headline takeovers of retail chains in Vietnam. So what does this mean for the local economy and how can domestic retailers compete? Let's find out more in the following.
In 2013, Thai firm BJC completed the purchase of the convenience store chain Family Mart from the Phu Thai Corporation and changed its name to B-Smart. In August 2014, BJC officially purchased Metro Vietnam for $876 million. The Central Group became the next to enter the Vietnamese retail market, buying a 49% stake in Nguyen Kim, a major Vietnamese retailer of digital and electrical appliances. Central Group then opened up Robbins, a new supermarket chain in Vietnam, selling Thai food. Central Group and BJC are now aiming to annex Vietnam's Big C as their next target. These moves are ample evidence of the attraction Vietnam's retail market is having on international investors. However, these buyouts also mean the increased imports of Thai products into Vietnam. This will mean greater competition for Vietnamese supermarkets and local producers, but could provide the motivation for increased competitiveness among local retail brands.
It's now time to catch up with the updates on the foreign exchange rates. Coming up next on VTV News, fishermen and Coast Guard cooperate for Vietnam's East Sea sovereignty. ASEAN discusses single tourist visa scheme. Welcome back to VTV News. Ministry of Foreign Affairs spokesperson Lê Hải Bình said on Tuesday that China's oil rig Haiyan Shuyou 981 has moved to a location 21.4 nautical miles from the Vietnam-China baseline. Regarding its recent activities, a representative of the Foreign Ministry met a Chinese embassy official in Hanoi on Monday to express concern over China's relocation of its oil rig to an undelineated location where Vietnam and China's continental shelves overlap. Vietnam has requested China not to conduct drilling activities and withdraw its oil rig from the location. Vietnam reserves all its rights and legal interests in this area, in line with international law, including the 1982 United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. Vietnam is currently operating 30,000 offshore fishing vessels. Their presence at traditional fishing sites strengthens Vietnam's legitimate sovereignty over these territorial waters. However, long-distance fishing trips like these often involve great peril, and this is where the Vietnam Coast Guard comes in, ensuring the safety of the nation's fishermen.
Nearly 1,000 fishing vessels are present at the Cô Tô fishing site in Quảng Ninh province each day. It is now fishing season in the north. Quảng Ngãi fishermen have been making great catches here, and morale is high among the men.
What great catches! We made nearly 18 grand in 6 days, 30 to 32 grand in 10 days. Moreover, we are adding to the nation's claim of sovereignty rights to the East Sea territories.
Bình Định fishermen have been fishing this site in the southeastern region for over 20 years. They have been coming here for 3 generations.
Our ancestors taught us that the sea is our home. Life on land is only temporary.
The safety of these fishermen has become a priority for the Vietnam Coast Guard. This law enforcement agency has handed out over 10,000 brochures with information on maritime laws.
Our fishermen should go fishing in groups and avoid contact with strange boats. They must be able to communicate with other vessels and authorities to ensure their safety.
This bond between authorities and the Vietnamese children of the sea not only shows unity, more importantly, it directly contributes to Vietnam Sea and Island sovereignty rights.
300 billion Vietnamese dong, or $13.4 million was spent on 8 social welfare programs in 13 provinces in the southwestern region in 2015. The fund helped thousands of poor households to stabilize their livelihood. Notable among the programs was the implementation of free healthcare services for 5,000 poor people and heart surgery assistance for 90 emergency cases. Over 400 poor households were given free housing worth nearly $600,000. 700 poor and disabled children were given scholarships. Social welfare programs in the region have for years upheld their reputation for transparency and effectiveness. The Science and Technology Restructuring Master Plan for 2020 with a vision to 2030 was recently approved by the Prime Minister. One of the main issues addressed is how to restructure the network of national key laboratories, which require improved quality and effectiveness. More in the following.
The Agriculture Genetics Institute's National Key Laboratory was established in 2001 with investment of $2 million. The laboratory has partnered 3 research institutes from the US, Japan, and France as a strategic way to boost its effectiveness and performance. Thanks to its partnership, the number of published papers from the laboratory has increased threefold. However, currently the institute receives too little funding from the national budget to maintain operations.
With the funding of just $44,600 a year, we cannot employ people. Many people have left the institute.
To resolve these severe financial problems, the Institute is encouraging scientists to source their own research projects from outside the organization. However, this leads to another obstacle.
Scientists will have access to a variety of research topics. However, this is also a limitation, since the Institute needs to follow long-term planning in terms of research topics.
There are total 16 national key laboratories nationwide. However, some have not achieved the expected performance standards.
Some laboratories have to depend financially and administratively on other units, such as institutes or universities. This creates a lack of proactiveness.
The Ministry of Science and Technology suggests solutions to boost effectiveness, scope, and capital of these key laboratories.
We will set criteria to evaluate national key laboratories. A laboratory with a performance that meets the standards will be put onto a priority list to carry on key national science and technology research projects.
According to the restructuring plan, the number of ineffective national key laboratories will be reduced by 2017. This is an effort to focus resources to develop productive national key laboratories.
Culture exchange activities between Vietnam and Japan were held by Vietnam-Japan Friendship Association in the central province of Thừa Thiên Huế yesterday. The event was aimed to strengthen relations between the two countries. Aside from economic cooperation, culture is also a key element in Vietnam-Japan diplomatic ties. Other cultural activities such as traditional dances, calligraphy, and folk games of the two countries have been organized. Those activities have promoted understanding about Japanese culture and people, enhancing friendship between the two countries. The 2016 ASEAN Tourism Forum is taking place in Manila, the Philippines. Tourism ministers of the 10 countries are expected to finalize the ASEAN Tourism Strategic Plan for 2016 to 2025 with a vision to boost the regional tourism industry. In this plan, experts will agree to create a single tourist visa scheme across ASEAN's 10 member states. More to follow.
Following the success of the ASEAN Tourism Strategic Plan 2011 to 2015, ASEAN's 10-year plan from 2016 to 2025 aims to preserve, develop and promote the region's tourism assets as a single destination. The key to achieving this target is to create favourable conditions for tourists to travel freely throughout the region. Many countries are considering the creation of a single tourist visa, which will enable citizens from ASEAN member nations to travel across the nation with just one tourist visa.
We also need to establish standards. So if a tourist will come to Singapore, you have to share security information about people, so that if a person could actually enter into Bangkok or Kuala Lumpur or Singapore, it means as a tourist that they are de facto the actual tourists, and it is safe for them to travel to other destinations.
As a single tourist visa scheme has yet to be carried out, experts recommend trying tourism linkage programs such as 2 to 3 countries per destination.
At each meeting session, countries propose ideas to promote ASEAN as a single regional destination. We believe that with the efforts of the member countries, we will see the plan progress well in the next 5 years.
The ASEAN Tourism Strategic Plan 2016 to 2025 also includes other important content, including cooperation with global organizations to develop heritage and community-based tourism, the development of health tourism and training courses for travel agencies. The plan is expected to be finalized on January the 21st.
Skyline. Delight in the diversity of Malaysia.
Ticket sales for the imperial city of Hue in 2015 amounted to over 207 billion dong, or $9 million, 122% of the target. The ancient site welcomed 2.3 million visitors, half of whom were foreigners, including 50,000 visitors who came free of charge during Tet and the Independence Day. Throughout 2015, the Hue Monuments Conservation Center made great efforts to offer visitors an improved experience. The center also strengthened its tourism promotion efforts to promote Hue culture and heritages through exhibitions and performances to attract more visitors. The renovation of relics took place professionally and efficiently in accordance with international conventions on relic conservation, the law on cultural heritages, and preservation principles. Ponagar Tower has long been a popular travel destination in Nha Trang City. In recent years, the site has become more vibrant with cultural performances by Cham people. This is an effort to attract more tourists while upholding Cham culture in the province.
Traditional Cham dances accompanied by the Jinang drum and Saranai flute are must-see performances for tourists at Ponagar Tower in Nha Trang City.
This place is full of culture and history. The traditional dance is amazing. It's great to be here.
In 2009, the Khánh Hòa Provincial Monuments Conservation Center established a cultural space next to Ponagar Tower. Most special features of Cham culture are introduced to tourists here. These include traditional musical instruments and the craft of weaving brocade.
I come here to perform Cham music. Travelers are really interested in it.
Construction of the monument was carried out from the 8th to 13th century. Tourists here can enjoy typical Cham architecture and take a glimpse into Cham daily life through cultural performances at Ponagar Tower.
This is not just any tourist destination, Panogar Tower is full of spiritual values. We are trying our best to uphold these values while further developing tourism.
Each year, the monument welcomes some 600,000 visitors. This cultural space contributes not only to tourism development, but also to the preservation of Cham culture.
And now let's take a look at the weather updates. And the weather updates just wrapped up this live edition of VTV News. Thank you very much for watching. For more news and updates, please log on to vtv4.vn or youtube.com/vtv4go. And goodbye for now from Hanoi.